These might all look like they're made from leather, but some of them are actually made from an imitation. In the 1930s, when PVC became widely available to manufacturers, they started to make a cheaper alternative to the real thing, and synthetic leather was born. It begins with simple ingredients: a liquid called plasticizer, which will help keep the material supple, a stabilizer to keep it in good shape, a fragrance for the authentic leather aroma, and of course the main ingredient, polyvinyl chloride, or PVC. All of these are stirred together for 30 minutes to ensure a smooth consistency. On the other side of the factory, they need to mix up a dye. One of the most popular colours for synthetic leather is black, and to make it, they simply mix water with a vast quantity of industrial soot, just like the kind you would sweep out of an old chimney. All the other colours are stored in these vats. To get the exact shade they're after, a computer-controlled system mixes in some other dyes. It's the same kind of system as you'd find in a paint shop. Once all the colours have been added, they're all stirred together. The PVC mix is wheeled over and the dye is poured in. It's blended for a further 30 minutes, and then the paste is ready to become synthetic leather. This paper has been covered with silicone, so that it won't bond with the synthetic leather and they can separate it later on. A worker spreads the paste over the paper. And then it's evened out as it's pressed through a 0.3mm slit. At 200 degrees Celsius, the PVC paste transforms into a solid sheet. To give it extra strength, they add a second layer of the PVC formula, but this time they've mixed in a rising agent. When the two layers are baked, the second layer rises just like a cake in the oven. As well as strengthening the material, it also gives it a more natural feel. The material is now 1.3mm thick, but it's not strong enough yet. Glue is spread on so they can give it yet another layer. It's a mix of cotton and polyester, and it stops the material from tearing easily. Once more, the material makes its way through an oven, where the three layers are bonded by a 200 degrees Celsius heat. In the microscopic cross-section, the fibrous layer of cotton and polyester can be seen at the bottom. The material can now be detached from the original paper silicone base. They can reuse these bases up to 10 times. The synthetic leather is nearly ready, but in its present state the material looks like rubber. The next stage of the process is to give it a textured finish. As the material passes through the next set of rollers, a coat of artificial resin is added. This gives the cloth a sheen that takes it one step closer to the leather look. This room contains over 300 textured rollers, including varieties such as water buffalo and even artificial ostrich. The imitation leather's pressed with a roller of the designer's choice to give it a natural-looking finish. Looks like leather, feels like leather, and even smells like leather. Could you tell the difference?